Good morning, 601. How we do?
Good morning, Miss Manila.
Good morning to you. How's my children?
I feel awesome and tired.
I want to give everyone a big virtual hug, a big Miss Canella hug.
I feel awesome.
I want to meet you all in person. This whole computer nonsense isn't my thing, but we're making it work together. We're getting through it together, right? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? It better be me. Better be me. All right. I don't know. I wonder. Joelle. Wait, someone just came in. Who's that? Christian. By the way, if you notice, I don't know if you pay attention, but I don't have a French manicure now. I got like this purple color. See my nails? Got them done yesterday. Actually, it's pretty, right? Chadozy. All right. Let me get the show on the road. My pen is like messed up. Hazel. All right. Oh, wait, Chris, let me change your name to Chris. And we're going to have some visitors come in today just to kind of observe you guys. They're not looking at any particular student. They're just coming in to observe at some point. Don't know when, but maybe Mr. Blau and Miss Tinio and Miss Martinez and Mr. Haas maybe. All right. Are we ready to rock and roll today? Are we ready to rock and roll today? I need a screenshot taker. Who would like to screenshot the pictures?
Andrew would.
Andrew, okay. So Tori would like to this time. I think Andrew did the other day. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Somebody asked me if I use Google Docs, right? How does that look with the histogram? I said you can screenshot the graph and put it in, but you have to type up the notes. So you can screenshot the graph, but you have to type up the answers. I think Carlos asked that, or Andrew asked that, or somebody else. Wait, who just came in? Who just came in? Somebody, Hazel. No, somebody just came in. Jamie. No? Who was it? Emily? I don't know who it was. All right, I'll figure it out at the end. Leah, that's who it was. No? Okay. All right, so screenshot's going to be Tori. Andrew, you'll read the learning target, and then I'm going to randomly call people off to do the question. Oh, it was Noah. That's who it was. Noah and Jason. Jason and Noah. All right. Let's get the show on the road. Jason Sanchez, get ready because you never know when I'm calling you. So here we go. Let's do this. 6:01. By the way, some of you asked if I could post the work the night before. I'm going to start to do that. I posted it kind of late last night because I had a problem with my laptop. It almost crashed. So that's why I posted it late, but I'm going to have it posted by the end of the school day for you all so that way you could start writing it the next day. All right? Alicia just arrived. Alicia. I will have the video up after this class is over during lunchtime for anyone that needs a little extra time. I give you until 1:10 to turn your math notes in. But if you're typing them on Google Docs, though, you really shouldn't need that much time. So what I mean is, on this problem, you could screenshot the graph, right? And then you could handwrite the other stuff. So to take a screenshot, Command-Shift-4, I think. Oh, that's on a Mac. I forgot on a PC. I'm sorry. I forgot. I haven't used a PC in years, so I forgot. All right. Learning target. Today it's Friday, March 12th, 2021, Standard 6, SP4. Who is reading? Which is Andrew. Write down everything in the pink box. So Tori, hold on before you go. Tori, you're going to screenshot this exact page. Don't get the histogram. This is the first page of your notes. You must write this or type this. Go ahead, Andrew.
Learning target. I can create, construct, and interpret.
That's correct. Interpret
histograms and apply to real-world situations.
Keep reading.
Lesson notes on histograms. Today, scholars will use data to create/construct histograms. A histogram is another way to show or display data on a graph. It is very similar to a bar graph, but the bars are connected to each other. Important vocabulary words. Histogram is a bar graph that shows the number of data items that occur in each event row.
Interval.
Interval, there are no gaps. Frequency frequency is the number of times it occurs or shows up. Frequency table tells the number of events an item an event category or group occurs. And then step 2 on creating slash constructing a histogram. Number 1, complete the frequency table by using tally marks. Sometimes you will have to create a virtual
Mm-hmm.
a virtual based on the data presented on the tally marks. Count the tally marks and put the count the tally marks and put the number in the frequency table. Give the title x-axis and label the intervals numbers. Give the title y-axis and label the numbers. Fill in the frequency on the graph. Complete slash answer the questions provided. The tally mark is a full bundle of a tally mark is 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Somebody asked what the learning target was, and it's right in the chat. Thank you. Okay. So I just want to reiterate that when you see a tally mark, you're going to have 4 lines with a forward slash or a backward slash. That represents a bundle of 5. So this blue line shows me that there are 5, which is called a bundle. So each bundle with this backward slash represents 5. So if I have 10, I need 2 bundles of 5 to make 10, right? Because 5 plus 5 is 10, or 5 times 2 is 10. Is everyone with me? All right. Again, I don't want you to stress out. I'm giving you guys until 1:10. These notes, you can always go back and you can actually edit, copy, edit, paste it from Google Classroom into your Google Doc, okay? If you're using a Google Doc, and if you're handwriting it, I expect to see all of this. I want to go over the bottom of the histogram, so I'm going to leave this up for another few seconds. And again, all cameras need to be on. Nobody right now is doing work. If you're not behind your screen, you will not earn credit for my class today. So if I see your camera off and you don't tell me why and a black screen, that's a problem. Because I show up every day on the camera for you all because I care about each and every single one of you. And I want you to become the best mathematicians in the South Bronx. So I need to see all faces. Please. I'm going to check the screen one last time before I proceed. If I don't see your face, I'm marking you absent, even if you're here. So I see 2 cameras off. I'm not sure why. I need a notification why they're off. Anyways, I'm going to continue on just because my time is marching on and I have students that were on time. So when you look at this histogram, we have an x-axis and we have a y-axis and we have a title here. So the title, every graph has a title from yesterday. Yesterday, remember, we were making the histograms, we were constructing them. Today, we're going to read and interpret and answer questions just because of time to make it easier. So when you look at this one, we have the x-axis, which represents test scores, and we have the y-axis that represents the frequency. We have a frequency table that shows me all the scores, and they're categorized by a certain number scale. And then it says the frequency, which is how many times that person earned between a 91 and 100, which was 6. A person earned an 81 to a 90, 8 times. A person got a 71 to an 80, 11 times, and so on and so forth. Then they took that chart and they made a graph. Why do you think 51 to 60 has nothing there? Somebody come off and talk to me.
Got the score from 51 to 60?
Yeah, because there's nobody there, right? There's a 0. Are we clear? Okay, let's move on. We got to hit the show now. All right, this first problem. Andrew, can you read this first problem 1 for us, sir? And you're going to read it, and then we're going to fill in the histogram numbers and then the frequency. Go ahead.
The graph below shows the distribution of scores of 30 students in a mathematics test. The title is distribution on math test scores. The y-axis number of students and the x-axis test scores. Complete the frequency table below showing the data in the frequency histogram shown. Total number.
So Andrew, How many people scored between a 41 and a 50? Can you read that, Parker? What is that?
3.
Say 3. So I'm going to take my pencil and write 3. So then clearly I know that I have a 3 here. How many people scored between a 51 and a 60?
5.
So I'm going to write a 5. Everyone follow what we're doing? Anytime you get a graph, you always want to label the graph. How many scored between a 61 and a 70, guys?
0.
Yeah. Everyone see what I'm doing? How many scored between a 71 and an 80?
12.
Okay, awesome. Nice, Andrew. How many scored between an 81 to a 90?
8.
And then last but not least, how many
2.
people scored between a 91 and a 100?
2.
Does everyone see it? What we did there. That is the first part of a histogram. Got it? Now, what is the title of the graph, Andrew? What is the title? Somebody help him out?
Distribution of math test scores.
Good. Distribution
Distribution.
of math test scores. Oh, I'm going to make that smaller. Oops, test scores. Oops, not scored. See, this is a little easier than yesterday, right? Yeah, right?
The title of the x-axis is test scores.
Nice. Test scores. And what would the y-axis be, Andrew?
Number of students.
Now, if you are using Google Docs, Carlos, I hope you hear me, bud. All right, I'm going to make this easy for you, Carlos. You're going to screenshot. You're going to screenshot when we're done, and then you're going to put it in there. Which test score has the highest frequency, guys? Which one showed up the most?
71 to 80.
Who said that?
Me, Joel.
Yes, you're right. How many times?
12 times.
And what is the total number of students who took the math test? It says it right in the question.
30.
Easy, right? If I
Yeah.
add up 2 plus 8 plus 12 plus 5, 0 plus 5 plus 3, guess what? I get 30 students. So that's how many students took this math test. Does anyone have any questions on this problem? Because tomorrow we are reviewing histograms and probability because we need to know it for what we do next week. Next week's going to be a little bit harder. It's going to be on mean, median, mode, and range. So you will need a calculator next week on Monday. All right, my screenshot assistant. He's going to screenshot, I think it was Andrew, right, Andrew?
Sorry.
Oh, Tori. Tori, where are you?
Right here.
All right, so Tori, you're going to screenshot this and you're going to put it right in Google Classroom and call this problem 1, please.
I got it.
Okay, let me know when you post it. You can refer back to problem 1, okay? Everyone good? Type yes in the chat if you understand problem 1, please. I need a yes in the chat if you understand this question. Now is the time to ask if you don't get it. Okay, please only write the word 1 time, okay? Make sure you type it to everybody. Don't private message me, everybody. All right. Christian, you may go after we finish this, okay? I don't want you to miss out. All right, let's erase these numbers. Okay, let's do problem number 2. Which lucky student would like to earn kickboard points? Who wants to try this? This is pretty easy.
Can I?
Yeah. Jason, is that you? You want to try?
Yeah.
All right, Jason. Yeah. All right.
No, it's not letting me post.
What?
It's not letting me post the screenshot.
What do you mean? Send me the picture. I'll do it. Can you text me the picture, Tori?
Yes.
Okay, text me the picture. I'll try to put it up right now. All right, it says the histogram below shows the level of cholesterol. Do you guys know what cholesterol is?
No.
Does anyone know what cholesterol is?
Is it fat?
Yeah. And
Eat that thing in eggs.
that's one of the things.
That's protein.
Well, actually, eggs do have cholesterol. Eggs do have protein because of the yolk and the egg whites. Okay, cholesterol, yes, part of it is the fat. But does anyone know what organ produces the cholesterol? I believe it's the liver. The liver produces the cholesterol in our body, right? It's how it breaks down what you eat. So they always say eat foods in moderation, because when you go to your pediatrician, which is the doctor for children, or my age, obviously I don't go to a pediatrician anymore because I'm over 18, right? Usually like the cardiologist or the internist or your primary care, you might hear your parents say, when they do your blood work and draw your blood, they're testing two kinds of cholesterol. They're testing your HDL, which is your high cholesterol, and your LDL, the low cholesterol. One's good and one's bad, and it should be under 200. So when you eat a lot of fatty foods, like a lot of fast food, like McDonald's and Burger King and things like that, and you eat a lot of fried foods, chances are the cholesterol in your body is going to be higher than somebody who doesn't. Now, that's not always true, because as a child, I had very high cholesterol, and I danced, I played sports, and I was very active. But my body made cholesterol no matter what I did.
I got a question. Does cholesterol give you diabetes?
No, that would actually be if your sugar is too high, right? The pancreas is responsible for your insulin, which is the amount of sugar in the body. But anyone, you could be in the best shape and you can get diabetes. So that's why too, you want to try to make sure that you eat a balanced diet where you're including all your minerals. You limit your fats, you have some sugars, you have some carbs, you have some proteins, because carbohydrates are a simple sugar, which break down into fat, right? You have carbohydrates, which are simple and complex. Complex give you energy for a longer period of time, and simple carbohydrates give you energy for a short period of time, which all break down into a fat, sugar, which is fat, okay? So let's get back on task now. Sorry about that. Went off on a little tangent. So we want to know, if we look at 195, what is that number at? Who can tell me that number?
0.5 cents.
0.05. Good. How about 200? 0. What?
0.1 cents.
Oh, sorry, guys. What about the next one?
0 and 2 tenths.
Good. What about the next blue one? We're climbing up the mountain.
0 and 35 hundredths.
The next one?
0 and 25 hundredths.
And then this little tiny green, this little tiny blue thing.
0 and 0 and 500.
Okay, so when we find the relative frequency, there's a whole big formula. So what I'm trying to say in this question is, if you added 205 and 210, what is the total? What is the total? I'm going to say, what is the total frequency? That might sound better. Okay, what is the total?
I'm not sure.
What is the total frequency? That's kind of what might sound better. So if you add 205, which would be the third one, which is 0.2, and if you add 0.35, what is the total amount that you get here? Somebody tell me. So we're going to add 0.2 plus 0.35. Line up the decimal points. What do we arrive at? How much is that? 0.5
is 0 and 37 hundredths.
Whoa. 0.2 plus 0.35. I'm going to get the calculator out. You guys aren't lining up the decimals. 0.35 plus 0.2.
Oh, I got it.
I got. Did you get my answer? 0.55?
Yeah.
And we're going to put mg for milligrams per dl. What is the total frequency for cholesterol less than 205? So we're going to add what two numbers to get less than 205? We're going to add 0.what? 0.05 plus what? Look on the graph. Look on the histogram. 0.05 represents 195, and 0.01 represents 200. So we want to add those up. And what do we get? What's 0.05 plus 0.01, folks?
Wait, 0 and 600.
Milligrams per DL. What is the x-axis? What are we measuring? What are we measuring on the x-axis? We're measuring people or we're measuring frequency? People.
Frequency.
Good. And clearly what's on the y-axis?
Is relative frequency.
Beautiful. Anyone have any questions on this problem? I mean, it's pretty straightforward though. Tori's going to screenshot this now and she's going to post it in Google Classroom for you now. Right, Tor?
It doesn't let me post it on Google Classroom.
It doesn't let you post it on Google Classroom. Wait, did you text me though the first picture?
Yes, I emailed you.
Oh, you emailed it to me. All right, who wants to take, I didn't get it though. That's funny. Tori, I didn't get it. Oh, I got it. Who would like to take over and screenshot? Oh. Who would like to screenshot problem 2? Leah?
Can I take the screenshot?
Who said that?
Yeah.
Nia, you want to do it? Nia, okay, Nia, you take the screenshot and post it. Nia, did you get, okay, so I'm going to post up the first one right now. Just into 601, right? I'm going to post it right now, guys. 601. I'll give you guys a minute to write this down while Nia does that. Okay. So let me go to my phone. Let me go get my pictures. Let me go to my photos. All right. I'm giving you now problem 1 right now. Just give it a second to upload. So problem 1 for class. Okay, I'm posting problem 1 right now. That way everyone can have it. And there's no, I don't know what to do, miss. Okay. All right. Nia, did you get problem 2 in Google Classroom?
Yeah, I just took the picture and I posted it.
Did you get the screenshot? Because if not, I should take one just to be safe.
I took the picture.
Okay, I'm going to erase it. And if you have an issue, just let me know. All right, let's move on. All right, let's pick up the pace. Leah, can you read problem 3? This is all you, Leah.
Okay.
I believe in you,
The
Leah.
following is following the histogram of the number of coffee made for each hour that the coffee shop was open over 2 days. We want to find the average shop. We want to find the average number of the coffee shop per hour. Coffee per hour.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Before we do the questions, what should we label on the graph, kiddo? Talk to me about the colors. What's the red number?
0 through 3.
Yeah, how many occurrences? That means how many coffees were made in that time?
2.
2. So I am going to write 2. What about the blue? How many coffees were made?
3.
Okay. How about the green? How many coffees do you read?
8.
How many pink?
3 and 2.
Okay. 3. Oh, sorry. There was somebody that interrupted. I couldn't hear what you said. What'd you say, kiddo?
3 for the pink
Mhm.
and 2 for the yellow.
Good. Now that Leah answered that, now she can be able to fill in the answers. So how many, let me make this larger because I'm having trouble seeing it. Is that better, guys? How many cappuccinos were made between 0 to 3 hours? What did you say, Leah?
2.
2. Which interval sold the most amount of cappuccinos, which is a fancy word for coffee in Italian?
8 through 11.
8 through 11, what?
Hours.
Okay, and what is the title of this lovely histogram?
Cappuccinos made per hour.
Yes. Cappuccinos made per hour. Okay, what is the x-axis?
A number of cappuccinos made per hour.
Oops, sorry, made per hour. And then what is the y-axis?
Numbers of occurrences.
Right, that means how many of them happened in that time. Okay, so Nia, were you able to put this up or no? Nia, were you able to put up problem 2? Can somebody help me out? I did, Jamie. You put it up, Jamie? Jamie, you were able to put this up? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie, do you want to screenshot number 3 then and put it up for us?
Sure.
Thank you, Jamie. Jamie, let me know when you have a screenshot so we can move on to problem 4. You can just come off mute and said, I'm done. I did it. Whatever you want to say, Jamie.
Yeah, I have it done.
Got it, Jamie? All right.
Yeah.
All right, folks. What's going on? Why can't I? Oh, because this. Oh, no. This has to go over here. Okay. I just need to get this lovely. Okay. Let's do problem 4. Let's pick up the pace. Okay. I'm going to put your name next to it. You need to come off and you need to answer the problem. So, Kayla, you got problem 1. Let's go. Kayla. Carlos. Tori. Let's go. Find your name and start reading. Christian. Let's go. Shadozi. Let's go. Find your name in order. Let's go. Kayla, you got letter A. Read it, please.
The blank axis is the horizontal circle 1, x-axis or y-axis.
So what's the answer, Kayla? Which is horizontal? Is this the X or the Y?
Ooh, give me a second. Horizontal is the x-axis.
Awesome. Carlos, letter B if you're still in here.
The blank axis is vertical. It's the y-axis.
Good, Carlos. Carlos, you're typing these up, right? A lot easier now, right? Carlos? Tori, letter C, please read it and tell us what you think the answer is.
A blank is a bar graph that shows the number of data items that occur in each interval. There are no gaps. A histogram.
Excellent. So histogram. I'm gonna write that in there. Histogram. Chris, you're up, Christian. Mr. Jimenez. Mr. Willie, where are you, Mr. Chris?
A blank is the number of times it occurs or shows up. Circle 1
Frequency.
frequency or frequency table.
Think about, listen to the wording, Chris. How many times something shows up? Is that going to be a table or is that going to be frequency, which means it keeps coming over and over and over again?
Frequency, it comes over and over again.
Good, Chris, make sure you're typing this on Google Docs.
Okay.
Be a lot neater. And Shadozi, can you finish us strong on letter E? Please read it and tell us what you think the answer is, Shadozi.
A blank tells the number of items in an items an event category or group occurs. Frequency table.
Bam, you are correct. Guys did awesome on that. So we're gonna write in here, frequency. Uh-oh. Hazel, get ready. You're on deck, Hazel and Anaya. Anaya, I hope you're writing these notes down. And if you don't have paper, you guys can type these on a Google Doc. I told you you can screenshot the graph, but you have to type up the other stuff. All right, Jamie. Jamie, where are you at, Jamie? Jamie, where's Jamie? Jamie.
She has her camera off.
Jamie. Hey, Chris, you want to do me Jamie, are you good, Jamie?
Yeah, I take the screenshot.
Thank you. Please call it problem 4, ma'am. Let me know when you're ready so I can proceed on to problem 5. We're almost there. Let me know when you're ready, Jamie.
Yeah, I'm done. I already uploaded it.
What, sweetie?
I already uploaded it.
You already got it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me just take these names off. All right, let's move on to problem 5, and then we're going to do your independent work, folks. And then all you have to do is turn your notes in and complete your iReady. I'm going to blow this one up for a reason. All right. Anaya and Hazel, you girls got this problem. I can't hear you, Anaya. I have no idea what you just said.
Can I read?
Sure, go ahead, Hazel.
Problem 5. Which one of the following histograms represent the data in the table below?
So Hazel, I got a question for you. What does the first number say? How much should 4 to 8 have?
It has 8 frequencies.
Okay. So Hazel, do me a favor. Let's look at choice D, Hazel. We want for the first one to have 8. Does this have the number 8 on it? For the red line? Okay. We have to check them all. The next number should be 3. Does the next number, 9 to 13, have 3 on choice D?
Yeah.
Okay. So far we're in business, right?
Yeah.
Right? We're talking? How about 12, 14 to 18? It should have 10. Does that have 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So far we're good, right? And the last one, 19 to 25, 19 to 23 should have 5. Does it have 5?
Yeah. So I think the answer is A.
A.
B.
Okay, Hazel, what would be the x-axis? The interval or the frequency?
The x-axis is... Wait, can you say that question again?
Sure. What is the x-axis? Remember the one that's horizontal. Which one is horizontal from left to right? Is it the interval from left to right, or is it the one that goes up and down? Which one is that? I'm helping you. So the interval would be the x-axis, which is called, I want you to write this down in your notes, guys. I want you to write horizontal. Because I always used to mix this up when I was your age. Okay, horizontal. Everyone see that? And I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And then this one,
Yeah.
Which is your frequency. Does everyone see now how we got these answers?
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions on any of this work? Now is the time to say, hey, Ms. Cannell, I don't know what happened. I'm confused on this. Can you further explain that again? Anyone have any questions on that? All right, Jamie, are you screenshotting this? This is problem 5, ma'am?
Yeah, I uploaded it.
Thank you, Jamie. You rock. Thanks, Jamie. Good teamwork in this class today. I'm proud of you guys. All right, let's look at, this is why Cammie's so cool. Let's look at what you're gonna have to do on your independent practice, because I wanna give you some time for that, because it is 11:55. We're actually doing really well on time. You guys are gonna have 25 minutes to turn your notes in, to finish your independent practice. And if you finish all that, you can do your iReady, because your iReady is due today at 3:30, 150 minutes. So let's look at what we got. You guys are going to come off mute if you know the answer, and you're going to answer it now. So every one of you in here should get a 100 on this on this independent practice. Nobody should get anything less than 15 points. Let me repeat that. We are going to go over the answers now as a class, so pay attention to what your classmates say. Clearly, we're in 601. Heaven, what is today's learning target? Is it A or B? Which one is it? Come off and tell me, kiddo. What did we learn about today? Are we learning about histograms or bar graphs? Yes, histograms. What is the definition of a histogram? Let's hear from Alicia. Histograms, do they have gaps or no gaps?
Or no gaps.
What do you think, Alicia? Do they have gaps or no gaps? Somebody help her out. Who wants to come off mute and help her out? Nia, Anaya, Kyrene, somebody get kickboard points or type in the chat, Kyrene. Histograms, gaps or no gaps? Let's see, Kyrene. Kyrene, you have a very high mark in math. No gaps, thank you. That's right. Sorry, no problem. No gaps. So here's their 2 answers for 2 and 3. So every one of you should get these correct. I shouldn't see anything less than 100 on your papers. Number 4. This is very simple. What is the title of this histogram? Is it turkey sales by weight or weight? Bam. Number 4, you should pick. I'm going to put the green check mark on the correct answer. Andrew says it's this one. Turkey sales by weight. Good, Carlos. Then turn in those notes now if you're done, bud. Number 5, using the above histogram, what was the frequency for 6 through 10 pounds? How many times do you see 6 through 10 pounds? What number is that?
8 times.
8. So you should pick choice A. Everyone see that? So number 5, the answer is 8, the first one. Using the above histogram, what is the x-axis titled? Is it weight or frequency? Somebody tell me, what's the x-axis here? The weight in pounds, bam. So the first, number 6 is the first answer, weight in pounds. Number 7, using the above histogram, what is the total number of turkeys sold? How do we find the total number? Somebody please humor me and tell me they know. How do we find the total? How many turkeys are here?
20. That's 4, that's 8, that's 6, and that's 2. 4 plus 6 is 10, and 8 plus 2 is 10, so then 10 plus 10 equals 20.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay, 4, 8, this is 12. Okay, I see what you did. So the answer would be 20 turkeys. Let me see if there's another problem. I forgot. How many points do you think you earned out of 15? Everyone should have got 100 because we just did it. Now, once you turn your independent in, it is now 11:59. You guys have 21 minutes to make your notes be perfect. This is everyone's extension now. If your notes are good, turn them in and proceed with iReady. If you need extra time, now's the time to type your notes up. Are we clear? Don't forget, iReady's due at 3:30 and Saturday school's tomorrow at 9. I expect to see you all there for those points because those grades are climbing. They're going higher and higher, guys. We get the most amount of students in Saturday school for math 6th grade, so keep it up. Anyone have any questions for me? All right, turn your notes in. I'm going to be quiet now. Turn your work in.